Hi, I'm Daniel Lucas, and welcome to Book 101 Review. Book 101 is all about the books that I read for the last 40 years. And today I have my special guest. He is the author of the book Men 35 Plus 7 Guides to a Very Good Life, no other than Mr. Giorgio Michailidis.
Hi, Daniel. Thank you for having me.
Welcome to Book 101, Mr. Giorgio, and can you please introduce more about yourself?
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm a little over 35, but I definitely feel like 35. That's why
Yes.
the book is labeled 35 plus. I've traveled all over the world multiple times. I have created multiple businesses. I have worked for multiple jobs. And all around, I've also written 5 books. And I
Yes.
think I think that all around, what I'm trying to say through my book is that men 35 plus is when you really start living life, when you really start to mature and enjoy yourself.
Mature indeed, Mr. Giorgio Michailidis. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and wisdom to the world. And hoping for more and more empowering books like this to come. One of your guides likely address health. What is the non-negotiable habit you believe men over 30 often overlook that has the biggest ripple effect on energy and mindset?
I think everybody nowadays is talking about the outer appearance and health and being able to work out and eat properly. And I totally agree with that. But I think everybody's kind of sidestepping or overlooking the fact that you need to pay attention to your inner world. So I would not sidestep, I would not overlook paying attention to your inside world, how you feel as a man. And as men, a lot of times we don't pay attention to our emotions. We have to. We have to take some time in the morning, take some time at night, meditate, just contemplate on your day, see how you feel, see how everything was. So I think the inner world is something you cannot bypass.
Indeed. How does the definition of a very good life fundamentally shift for men in this stage compared to their 20s or early 30s?
20s and 30s, that's a pretty good question. I think they had different standards back then. Some of them I adhere to, some of them I agree with, like family and the father figure. It seems like nowadays men seem, in the Western world, they seem to take a second place in their, as men, in their manhood. And I don't agree to that. So I think it's very important to realize that as a man, as a gatherer, as a hunter, you are all that. You're there to provide to your family. You're there to provide to your community. You're there to provide to society. You are a man. You're a hunter. You're a gatherer. Period. That's DNA. It can't change.
So, guide number three probably tackles purpose. How do you help men distinguish between authentic purpose and just finding another productive thing to do?
Being productive is very important in everything you do. From the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep, you have to have a productive day. Even if you don't feel good, there's something in your day that you actually feel that you were productive in. So that can be different things for different people. If you're, let's say, a person that stays home mostly with your kids, it can be productive spending time with your kids. If you're somebody that you're in a business, then it's very productive if you are able to create something in your business or solve a problem or create an opportunity, as long as you have productive days. So at the end of the day, before you go to sleep, you sit and you contemplate and you say, how was my day today? What did I do? What could I have done better? And then you can see what a productive day was and what you can do better tomorrow.
Very well said, Mr. Giorgio. Very well said. And what practical, non threatening entry point exercise from your guys that helps men start building deeper, more authentic connections?
I'm going to go back to the previous question that you asked me, or two questions ago. Um, Being able to control your inner world. Very, very important. Sure, I can control my body. I can do my pull ups, my push ups, my bench press, whatever I do. That's my outer body. I go to the mirror, it looks good, or if it doesn't, I'll work out more, make it look the way I want. People neglect their inner presence. So there are exercises that you can do daily, morning and night, especially. I'm not saying 3 times a day, which will be beneficial, but especially morning and night. You can meditate, you can visualize, you can purge yourself and have the thoughts that you want before you start your day. Those are very, very, very important exercises. You can't miss those.
Yes, indeed. Exercise. Exercise is good for the body. Between career, family, health, and self, energy management is crucial. What is your most counter initiative strategy for replenishing mental and emotional reserves without grand gestures or self care?
Well, I'm going to give you an example. Before I give the example, you have to be well within yourself in order to provide to the family or to people around you. So I always give an example. When you go on the airplane, the stewardess usually shows you that the mask is going to come down when there's no oxygen on the plane. And if you have a kid next to you, you're not going to put the mask on the kid. You're going to put it on yourself because you need to be conscious. You need to be okay before you can save the child next to you. That's the same thing with life. You have to be well. So you have to constantly make sure you exercise, you eat well, you meditate, you anything you do with your inner self and your outer self, as long as it's for you, then you're in a good state. Once you're in a good state, you can provide a better place for your family. You can provide for your children, for your wife, for your father, your mother, your friends, society in general. But you have to be well first.
Indeed, take care of your health because health is wealth. People, the age often involves a major shift like career plateau, aging parents, evolving relationships. Which guide offers the most potent tools for managing identity crisis that can accompany these transitions?
You said identity crisis?
Yes.
Well, if you're able to concentrate on yourself and pay attention to yourself and listen to yourself what you want, not what society wants, not what other people around you and your immediate surroundings want. If you pay attention to what you want, then there is no identity crisis. You know who you are, you know what you want, then you're balanced. Once you're balanced and you're well balanced, you can provide to everyone around you a good person. And that good person can help many people.
How do the guides help men balance the drive to build a legacy like career, impact, or family with the need to be fully present and engaged in their current daily life?
Right. So I'm not going to go over the guys one by one. You have to go by the book for that.
Yeah.
All right.
No spoiler, people.
Right. But I will say that we're all, um, how shall I put it? We just happen to, as human beings, we happen to go and follow whatever the next person does. We follow what television tells us. We follow what social media tells us. That's got to stop. You have to do what makes you happy. You have to figure it out. I can't tell you what makes you happy, but I can tell you in these 7 steps what has made me happy and thousands of other people. Whether it's through one step might be exercise, another step is a foundation of how you can go in your inner world and visualize what you want and meditate, how you can be present at the moment. Example, if you're a father and you have a young child, the young child's next to you, but you're on the phone or you're on your laptop or you're watching TV, that's not being present. You have to be present for the moment. Pay attention to that child. Pay attention to yourself. That's how you grow strong. That's how you have a better life.
Yes, indeed. Mature enough to be a man in life. Beyond just saving for retirement, how does financial planning integrate into a very good life vision? And what does enough look like at this stage?
Well, I think that all depends where you live. That all depends what country you're in. If you're
Yes.
in a third world country, probably financial planning won't work out because you're mostly looking to survive. I think and it doesn't have to do with you. It has to do with your surroundings. It has to do with the culture and the country you're in. So obviously, you're not going to be able to change the country, but you can still do things to better your life and the people around you. And I think in a third world country, and I visited many of them, I think one of the best things to do is find a way to make money. And usually that has to do with entrepreneurship. And I've seen it over and over again, whether in Africa or in Asia, people on the street selling things, and it's wonderful. They're actually making a decent living for their families, and I applaud that. In a first world country, in the Western world, it's a different story. There, you have to do financial planning, absolutely. As an entrepreneur, I would tell everybody, to own their own business, but that's not possible for everyone. So you have, my opinion, you have to let an expert guide you through the process of saving money and investing money.
Yes. People
But
investing
I'm sorry,
101.
it has to be, especially in the West, Canada, United States, especially United States, it has to be fiduciary. So it has to be a financial
Yes.
planner who knows what they're doing. They're responsible for it.
Yes. If you have a lot of money, people, well, plan for your retirement. How do the principles help men navigate the necessary evolution of long term partnerships?
I'm sorry, what type of partnerships?
Yes, long time or
Oh, long-term partner.
long term
Long-term.
partnership.
Um, I'm going to go back to what we discussed before about morals and values. I guess I'm old school. And I think a lot of men are, but somehow they're able to, or they're pushed to think that some values don't exist. So when I said a man is a man and a woman is a woman, there's a reason I said that. In order to retain a good relationship, you need to have a person who thinks very similar to you. I cannot go and find a woman that thinks light years different than I do. It's not going to work. I need somebody who has the same morals and the same values. In essence, somebody who has the same vibration, the same frequency as me. If I find that person, you can maintain a long lasting relationship. But I'll tell you what, I'd rather stay single for a long time until I find that person. Otherwise, I'm wasting my energy.
Very well said, Mr. Giorgio. Very well said. And I hope people are listening right now will follow your empowering answer. And can you share a specific insight or practice from your work that demonstrates how addressing physical health like sleep, movement, or nutrition directly impacts of emotional resilience and clarity for men 35 plus?
Yeah, absolutely. I think most men now are starting to realize the impact of what exercise does to your daily life. We all know that there's a lot of hormones that are involved when you work out. You get your dopamine, you get your serotonin, you get a lot of hormones that start to excrete in your body once you have that movement going. A lot of people don't know that even if you walk, that gives the opportunity to the legs, the leg muscles, to pump, to act as a pump and pump blood and oxygen back up to the heart. It's so important to just do a little bit of exercise every day. You don't have to be a bodybuilder. You don't have to be an Olympic athlete. You don't have to be any of that. Just a little bit of exercise every day. Keep the doctor away.
Yes, definitely. Why is the term work life balance often unhelpful for men in this demographic? And what more useful concept or framework to do the guides offer instead?
A lot of men seem to find themselves in careers. Don't get me wrong, I've been there. To find themselves in jobs, I should say, not careers, that are not for them. So a lot of times we get into a job because of the money, or we get into it because we need it because of the money. That is not a good balance, because inside, I've been there. Inside you is going to eat you, is going to eat you. You're going to feel so much negativity. You're not going to feel good. So what you need to do, what I did, I was able to reinvent myself. I found what I needed to do. So eventually that breaks out in your body. You feel better, you feel good, you feel excited to go to work, you feel excited to do the things on a daily basis. When you're not happy, you go to a job you're not happy, you don't produce as well, and also your body starts to deteriorate, your mind starts to deteriorate, your relationships around you start to deteriorate. You need to find something that makes you happy. And just do it. And everything else comes into balance.
Just do it, people. If you have the passion of something, talent, share to the world and just do it. And Mr. Giorgio, as an author, what are your short-term and long-term goals?
As an author, I'm coming up
As
with my
well, as well as a businessman, entrepreneur.
right, right. So my businesses, I have various businesses. I purchase some and I exit from some. Others I keep as an asset, diversifying my capability of having income. But in the long run, what I'm looking to do is what makes me happy is to help people. So through my books and the opportunity that I have through my businesses and the money that I'm able to accumulate, I'm able to help people. And that's what makes me happy. So my long-term goal is to come to a position where more people are able to understand that life is not so serious, and all you have to do is just tweak that thinking a little bit, and you're immediately in a different frequency. You're vibrating at a different frequency. You're much better. It doesn't take much. People think that life is so hard, and it is. Don't get me wrong. It's hard for a lot of people, but it really is just a small tweak in the mind. You change your way of thinking, and it's like you're in the matrix. It's like something totally different comes about. So my
Well,
so,
good.
so my long term goal is to be able to teach people and help people how to make that tweak, that switch over.
Good luck to your goals,
Thank you.
Mr. Giorgio, and looking forward for more success. And what would be your piece of advice for those people out there who want to create their own business as long as no as the same as being an author too?
I think the Chinese have a very good phrase, and I adhere by it. It says the longest journey starts with the first step. If
True.
you don't, if you talk about it all day, but you don't take that first step, it's never going to happen. So my
Yes.
advice is take that first step. It doesn't matter if you don't wear boots. It doesn't matter if it's cold. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Just take that first step barefoot. Eventually, you'll find the boots. Eventually, what's going to lead you somewhere. Just take that first step.
Yes, and do it, people.
Yep.
Share your talents to the world. Make something for your legacy. Do the guides address confronting less desirable traits like anger, avoidance, pride? What's the starting point for integrating this shadow work constructively?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, one of the things that I try to live my life with, since you mentioned anger, and I've been through that multiple times, and I still do. I mean, I'm not a saint, obviously. Is to try and live by a certain motto. So mine is do unto others what you want them done unto you. So I've caught myself multiple times, even recently, getting angry at somebody, and I stop myself when I remember and I realize, wait a second, how would I like to be treated in this situation? I wouldn't like somebody to yell at me. I wouldn't like somebody to talk bad at me. So day, and you live by do unto others what you want done unto you.
So, Mr. Giorgio is not connected right now, but I'm inviting you to please do listen to my other podcast, people. My other podcast that I'm maintaining every week are Abstract Essay in its fifth season. Well, and my Abstract Poetry in second season, and of course my book 101 review in its fifth season too. And I'm inviting you to please do purchase one of my audiobooks because they are bestsellers on Audible. My book 101 review volume 3 suggestions, and Book 101 Review Volume 2 selected, and Book 101 Review highly recommended. These are my first season of my 100 episodes on Book 101 Review, and of course, my Earth Fever, Unraveling Climate and Our Race to Restore Balance, my climate change book, and Thread of Existence, Waving the Tapestry of Life. Life is too short, a journey of discovery, fulfillment, and joy, and stand tall, stand together, breaking the chains of. So please do listen to them, available on Audible and one of the best sellers. So, people, to wrap up our discussion with Mr. Giorgio, I'm inviting you to please support him. Buy the book Men 35 Plus 7 Guides to a Very Good Life, available where books are sold. And again, if you support him, for sure, more and more and more empowering books like this to come. So, people, thank you so much for being on Book 101 Review, and please continue support me because I will bring you the best of fifth season of Book 101 Review. And more to come, people. See you soon.